Hello lovely audience, mystery reopened here. Today I am going to explain action thriller sci-fi movie called Avengers Endgame. So let's start.
Assemble.
In the movie opening, the Clint Barton is training his daughter archery on his deserted farm while his wife arranges a picnic lunch for them. Sudden, Clint's offspring vanishes along with the rest of Clint's family degenerate, along with half of all life beyond the universe. The conclusion of Thanos pinch his fingers after taking on all 6 Infinity Stones. Nebula and Tony Stark are stuck in space following their loss in the battle by Thanos on Titan, however are returned to Earth by Carol Danvers and collected with Natasha Romanoff, Bruce Banner, Steve Rogers, Rocket, Thor, or James Rhodes. The team prepared a plan to theft the Infinity Stones, get back from Thanos and use them to reverse his actions, which he done, however learn upon searching him that he had used the stones one more time to destroy them, stopping their another use. He tells the resting Avengers that he did so to ignore using the stones for further nefarious reasons. Angry, Thor chop off Thanos' head, telling it's what he should have done in Wakanda. Before moving on to the video, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, Mystery Reopened, yet, then subscribe quickly and don't forget to press the bell icon, so that you keep getting notifications of the latest videos. So let's move on to the video now. So now 5 years later, Scott Lang disappear from the quantum realm to detect that his daughter Cassie is now a young girl and that Hope Van Dyne, along with half of the people, has disappeared in the snap. Rogers has been well-known grief teaching sessions for survivors still struggling along with the power of the snap, while Romanoff is without rest keeping sea over both Earth and the remain of the universe with the guidance of Rhodes, Danvers, Okoye, Rocket, or Nebula. Lang walks to Romanoff and Rogers, and describes that while 5 years had went for them, only 5 hours had went for him in the quantum realm and the time distance more differently there. The three go to Stark, who is now taking in a child with Pepper Potts, and describe their theory that the quantum realm can be accessed to go back in time and theft the Infinity Stones before Thanos is able to assemble them. Stark on the spot rejects their appeal with concern about compromise his family and the peace he has established, but then after that reflecting upon the death of Peter Parker set to test theoretical design that would work with Lang's quantum tunnel, finally finding one that works. The rest of the Avenger reunited his team with Stark. Bruce Banner has now adopted the Hulk as a part of him, and has compounded his own alertness and the Hulks together into one. Romanoff, after listening reports from Rhodes of a butcher that operates with comparable mode to Barton, leaves to search him. Barton, fixed with grief after the loss of his family, has been performing under the mantle, Ronin, while brutally bloodbath criminal cartels and crew around the world in rule to try and boost the world that's still left. Natasha searched him in Japan and after some impressive, he agrees to join again the team in hire to try and bring his family to get back. Then after that Banner or Rocket go to the small city of New Asgard, where Valkyrie and the last warrior of Asgard have stay there. They there search Thor, who has become upset by guilt over feint to kill Thanos in Wakanda. Thor has become bulky, his hair and beard are disproportionate, and he contribute his free time eating junk food, getting lots off drunk, and playing Fortnite every time with his friends Korg or Meek. Thor begrudgingly agrees to come back to the Avengers after some satisfying from Rocket and Banner. After trial the quantum time machine on Barton, who clears that it works, the Avengers are collected with a plan. Banner, Rogers, Lang, and Stark embark to bring back the time, mind, and space stones during the War of New York in 2012. Now Banner goes to the Sanctum Sanctorum, where he is told by the Antique One that taking the time stone from her timeline would avert Stephen Strange's future struggle to stop Caecilius from spoiling the laws of nature. After all, when Banner informs her that Strange gave up the time stone cheerfully to Thanos, she grant Banner to have it, meaning Strange had intentional for a specific sequence of events to occur for Thanos to be crushed. Banner also assurance the stones back to their proper timelines in order to avert any ill chattels. Lang and Stark bid to theft the space stone after the Avengers grab it from Loki. Lang gives Stark's past self a mild cardiac catch by pulling a circuit in his faked heart, while Stark theft the bag housing the Tesseract when no one is looking. Their plan is thwarted when Stark fall the briefcase after he is accidentally hit through the Hulk. Loki then thefts the space stone and uses it to hide himself custody. Rogers succeeds in robbery the Mind Stone from intelligence undercover Hydra officers, but stumbles across his past self, who get wrong him for a camouflaged Loki. After killing past Steve, Rogers meeting back up with Stark and Lang, after that who now must figure out one more way to bring the Space Stone without running out of the fixed supply of PIM particles that grant them to travel by the quantum realm. Lang come back to the present with the Mind Stone while Rogers and Stark devise a plan to theft the Space Stone from a U.S. Army installation in the 1970s, while also thefting further vials of PIM particles in order to make the journey return to home. While there, Rogers cites Peggy Carter or Stark has a purposeful communication with his father Howard. Rocket or Thor travel to Asgard to retrieve the Truth Stone afore Malekith uses it versus the Nine Realms. While in Asgard, Thor is notified that his parent mother, Frigga, would die early and has a chance encounter with her while Rocket theft the ether, the vaporized variant of the Right Stone, from Jane Foster. The two come back to Earth after Frigga advise Thor and he recover his hammer Mjolnir, elated to recognize that he is worthy of it till now. Nebula and Rhodes fly to Morag to theft the Power Stone before Peter Quill does. As Rhodes come back to the present with the Power Stone, Nebula impairment and remnant on Morag. With two alertness operating on Nebula's systems, Thanos and Ebony Maw recognize the presence of future Nebula and go to catch her. Nebula thinks what has happened and do try to warn the others, but time's gone now it is too late. Thanos check her memories and detect the Avengers plan, and deliver the more loyal past Nebula return to the present as a spy agent. Barton and Romanoff fly to Vormir to retrieve the Soul Stone, though or differ when Red Skull, keeper of the stone, caution them that it can only be retrieved by adjusting someone they love. The two battle over which will make the sacrifice, with Romanoff basically taking the fall, while a distraught Barton come back to Earth along with the Soul Stone. After every person has come back to the present on Earth, Stark, Rocket, or Banner set out to craft a gauntlet to apply the stones, one assembled from the same nanotech of Stark's latest Iron Man costume. Banner come forward himself to wield the gauntlet and carry back every person that gone in Thanos' snap, so that he can withstand both the gamma emission and the immense sickness and pain brought on by using the stones. He accomplish, though they are almost instantly assaulted by Thanos, who has been import to Earth by the con artist Nebula, spoiling the quantum portal in the proceeding. Thanos trim the Avengers headquarters to rubble, separation the team up or so that the gauntlet to falls into Barton's safety zone area. The past Nebula is defeated and killed by her future self as she tries to take the Infinity Stones from Barton. After that Rogers, Thor, or Stark faced Thanos, who is ready that he will immediate use the Infinity Stones to demolish the universe and build one in his vision. The three fight Thanos one-on-one, along with Rogers verifying Thor's theory that he is admirable of wielding Mjolnir, then after that are each bested by Thanos. Very soon after that Thanos' army came on Earth. T'Challa come out before Rogers, along with all of the Avengers or some other allies refreshed through Banner, before starting an assault on Thanos and his army gang. After a long war during which Stark is reunited along with Parker or Quill is reunited with past Gamora, Thanos contend with big Avengers for the Infinity Stones. Then after that when he's constrained through Wanda Maximoff's energy power, Thanos give order Glaive to have his space ship fire lots off energy blasts, closely calamitous the Avengers attempt. Captain Marvel comes back, taking out Thanos' spaceship during war for under control of the gauntlet. Using the nanotech technology by the new gauntlet, Stark maneuvers the Infinity Stones from Thanos' hand to his own and applies them to pass Thanos and his complete army gang into ash, triumphantly stating, "I am Iron Man." Parker or Potts assuage Stark just as he dies from disclosure to the stone's radiation emission. Following the war battle, the Avengers control a funeral for Stark, whose Mark I arc reactor is begun out on the basin next to his house. Barton or Wanda Maximoff take solace in the truth that Romanoff or Vision, who did not come back into the snap, would be glad of their achievement over Thanos. Thor builds Valkyrie the Queen of Asgard or accompanies the Guardians of the Galaxy in order to search his true reason, free of the afflictive royalty and captainship for the first time in his entire life. Barton comes back to home to his family and Parker come back to school, where he is reunited with his favorite friend Ned. Meantime, Rogers is charged to go into the past to collect the stones for giving back in Thor's hammer to their authentic timelines chart, but after that decides not to give in back to the present and to rather than live the rest of his life in the past along with the Carter. He appears once again before Sam Wilson or Bucky Barnes as well as an old man, and given his powerful shield and the mantle of the Captain America onto Wilson. A concise memory flashback shows Rogers and Carter in an ordinary-looking house, lastly sharing the dance they not ever found to have in their living room, truly happy at last. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care, bye.